Hola, hola, hola. All right, amores. So I pulled some cards here from my masculine tarot and my expressions of the heart deck, which you can find in my Etsy shop. Don't forget to use the coupon for $15 off each purchase. So the cards that came out from your divine masculine and the current check-in for them and what they're feeling and thinking and what, for some, what went down between you guys and their thoughts and emotions from, your guys's separation or non-communication. So take note that this may or may not resonate with you. Okay, this is not going to be for everybody. So take the parts that do resonate and discard the rest. Okay, so first cards we have here is the Judgment card, and next to it it says, I find it strange to be so in love and not be with the one that my heart longs for. So it kind of seems like your divine masculine is literally having that, that epiphany, like, wait a minute, why am I not with the person that I'm constantly thinking of, constantly, fantasizing and daydreaming about us settling down and having a family, dreaming about this person. She's the one that I actually want to be with, but I keep prolonging things. Or if they're with a karmic partner, for those that are, they're probably realizing I'm wasting my time. Why aren't I with my divine feminine? This is ridiculous. So they're taking a hard look into their situation and how they've been handling things. And I feel like they're going to slowly start to transition into making those changes, um, to a point where you guys are going to have better understanding, better communication, and just an overall better connection with each other. So this Judgment energy that they're experiencing is gonna work really, really well for them and your guys' connection. Then we have, I feel spiritually married to you, like you've been mine forever. And next to that, we have the Four of Wands. I was like, no shit. So I thought it was interesting that that came out. I nearly almost flew out of my chair. I'm like, shut up. And I think it's cute because you see both feminine and masculine in there. And I know my feminines on some type of spiritual level, that's what you've been feeling. Like you've already been married to your DM before. Sometimes you already feel spiritually married. Like you already have some type of claim on them. Um, and that you feel they already belong to you. And the truth is, they felt that too. They just didn't know how to perceive that or take that in. Um, or they really didn't know how they felt about that. So it might have took them a while to realize that. Maybe they even went through different advice sessions from friends and family, even talking to friends that have relationships and been through relationships, and even spoken to family members who have been through all this as well. I feel like some of them are actually shocked to find out that their grandparents or aunt and uncle went through something similar as the twin flame journey, and it's like that was confirmation for them. And that's all it took. So on some type of level, your DM has always felt spiritually married to you, especially when they first met you. It's like, damn, this feels right, this feels familiar, this has happened before. And with the Eight of Wands here, and you honestly made me feel like shit with your words. And I feel like I'm gonna move over here because I feel like they're all this is kind of connected. I don't react very well to judgment and criticism. Ace of Swords. And then Four of Pentacles, I'm afraid you might use my vulnerability against me. So it's easier for me to stay quiet and keep it within and not say anything, because they know that if you use something against them, they're very fragile right now, or they've just been so wounded and still hurt that it'll just make them break. Okay. And so what happens is they pull away when their personal issues become overbearing, which is why they Eight of Cups, which is why they pull away. So it's kind of like that's their best tactic, is to just pull away, stay quiet, keep things to themselves, which always keeps you wondering and in the dark. Which is fine because, there's times where I know a lot of my feminines don't want to express or say anything to their DM because you're like, why should I? If we're not married, why should I? So it's always going to keep you guys like confused or wondering and stuff like that. So with the Eight of Wands, maybe if you guys got into like some type of argument, dispute, whatever it was, maybe you gave them a piece of your mind. Maybe they responded to that in which you told them, and your words really hit them like a freaking fast flying bullet. And maybe it hurt them, right? And so it made them feel like shit. It made them really realize, you know what? I don't respond or react very well to judgment and criticism. And it could have been that you weren't even purposely judging them or criticizing them. Maybe you were bringing something to their awareness as, well, you were like this and acted like this towards me. How did you expect me to respond or react? This is how you are. And they felt like you were judging them or whatever. But in reality, you were just bringing that to their awareness, and they didn't, they took that as an offense. And so they're realizing that, damn, I'm not very good with judgment or criticism. Like, don't tell me what to do. Like, don't be telling me how I am. But it's on some type of level, they'll appreciate that deep down, because then, they wouldn't have had that aha moment. Like, oh shit, I am like that. So certain people have to trigger us like that in a way for us to realize, shit, that's a weakness. Or maybe that's something I got to work on. Or why did I respond or react like this, So that's something they're really, really thinking about. And so with the Four of Pentacles, that's another reason why they're not opening up or expressing and just literally sitting on their emotions. And so when this specific group of DMs, don't express themselves or can't express themselves because they're afraid you might use that against them and how, they react and whatever. They could even fall back into negative ways, maybe getting themselves into drugs and alcohol because they're suppressing so much energy and so much emotions and opinions that they, people fall back into those, those type of things. So it's because of a wound that has not been healed, which is why we have the Three of Swords here, a wounded masculine, And so that's something they have to learn to break out of and heal. And even if you bring certain things to their awareness, it has to be done. So they have to realize that it's not that you're out to get them or chew their head off or whatever. It's you just want the best for them. And so you bring these things to their awareness so that they can heal from it and become and get better, And so these masculines, they tend to pull away and remove themselves from the connection or block you or stop talking to you as much as they used to, especially when they have personal issues going on in their life that become overbearing for them. They feel like, oh, I can't be there for you and my life at the same time. Like, I can't be there for my heart and my life at the same time. So I don't know, men are weird. Not all of them are like that, obviously. So they feel like, or they'll just use that as an excuse. Like, I have too much going on in my life. It's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. And you're like, how? There's too much. There's a lot of chemistry and affection. Like, how can you not want this? And, or how, let me be there for you. And in the reality, it's like they want to go through it on their own. And then later on, like that last, post that I did, after all what they said, that's said and done, they're like, okay, never mind, I changed my mind. And it's like, okay, allow them to. Eight of Cups, that's fine. You can smack their ass and squeeze their booty while they walk away, right? Okay, you'll be back. Squeeze, squeeze. You gotta make fun, right? Because when they snap out of this fucking energy, they're gonna be like, I changed my mind. And then you're gonna be like, huh? You'll be acting all stupid and shit like, oh, I didn't know. This whole time, bitch, you knew the fucking tea, right? You knew the tea. So, yeah. So just be patient. You already know, like, all this that you're experiencing with your DM, this is only giving you insight on their what do you call it, on how they do things, you know, their little patterns that they have. And so the more you see their patterns, the more you're able to like understand them and pick up, you know, on what their next move will be, and you'll be able to read them more. So yeah, they're pretty damn interesting, aren't they? All right, Amotis, so this is a little something I wanted to give to you guys since I haven't posted in a while. So I hope you guys enjoy these messages. And if you guys want to book a personal reading, you would have to book now to be able to get it by either tomorrow or Monday. Okay? Love you guys.